Greetings Guardians, FiOth here, and in this vid we're gonna be talking about how you can easily acquire Gambit Prime Gear from the Drifter. It's the first day of Gambit Prime here in the new season, and as you can see I've gotten a few pieces by just playing for a couple of hours. Really, I got a high power item, Illicit Reaper Hood. We're gonna go into details on how to acquire this item later in the vid. I got a few glove sets. These are Sentry, these are Reaper, and these are Invader. One of them, as you can see, is a powerful item as well. I've gotten a pair of boots, the Illicit Invader boots, and I've also gotten two bonds for my Warlock here, one for the Invader and one for the Reaper. What you choose to complete bounty wise and the way you play the game when you're playing Gambit Prime dictates what kind of synths you're gonna be getting, so you can use them in this little gizmo here, the synthesizer, that can also be upgraded to produce more powerful modes, and these modes can be used in the Reckoning to produce gear. There are different tiers of gear and there are different tiers of the Reckoning that include a different set of challenges. Right now we can only access tier 1 when it comes to the Reckoning, but more will become available as we move forward. So I'm gonna let some gameplay roll and I'm gonna go through how I acquired gear so you can use that information to get gear yourself. Enjoy! So the first thing we have to do after we get the initial quest step is go and play some Gambit Prime. Okay. Gambit Prime is one of the two things involved in crafting gear related to the game mode, the other being the Reckoning, and we'll go into detail about that in a bit. You just have to finish a game, you do not have to win it, and you can possibly clear a couple of bounties whilst doing so. As soon as you're done, you have to go and visit the Drifter again. This will unlock the other requirement needed in order to begin crafting, and that is acquiring the Synthesizer. That's a very vital component in the whole process. So after you complete a couple of steps, the initial steps introducing Gambit Prime to you, the Drifter will be offering up these 4 bounties as well as the ones that were offered before, and you can only get one of the first 4 at any given time to complete it, but any of the rest can be acquired at the same time and carried on your person, so you can make progress in all of them. These 4 are attuned to one of the 4 roles each. So if you get the Diligent Invader, you have a requirement to earn points in Gambit Prime by defeating opposing guardians and denying modes, as you can see here, and then you have to wager modes in the Reckoning to complete the first of the 2 objectives. You can do them in any order. The Invader head upgrade that you see here, like the Reaper head upgrade, the Collector and the Sentry, are given upgrades that you will get no matter what. The first you complete will also upgrade your synthesizer to be able to produce better gear. This also dropped as a powerful item for me at 54, I think 654, but the rest I think are gonna drop on low light level. I haven't verified it, but I think they're gonna drop on low light level, since you're just required to do the initial one to upgrade your synthesizer, and then you can just complete the rest to get the gear included in the package. As I said, I cannot verify 100%, but I can verify 100% that you're gonna get the armor piece listed here when you complete one of these bounties. So whilst you're going about your business, completing those mini steps and coming back to the Drifter, you will be getting these items, the synths. Now you can use any of these synths with your synthesizer, In order to produce a mode, initially you will have a green synthesizer, that is the most common variety, and as I said in the beginning of the video, whilst moving forward you will be upgrading it in order to produce better quality gear. I know it sounds a bit confusing, and really it is the most complex game mode they have produced so far when it comes to how you get your gear, but bear with me, and through this explanation and your own gameplay you will make sense of it. So you use the synths with the synthesizer to produce modes, as I said, and then you have to go into the reckoning again, and at the beginning of the match there will be a moment where the game says that you can wager at the pylon before you drop down to do the actual fighting. There are 4 sockets around the pylon, and you can start by adding one of your modes to the low tier 1, the weak mode incision there. So you will use the mode you prepared. As you can see here, you have your modes, you have your synthesizer, you insert one and it produces a mode. You will use that mode as a wager item, so you will be able to get an item after you complete a reckoning round. So you can get gear from the drifters bounties, and the initial piece of gear you get will be a powerful item. You can get gear by wagering these modes, then you can get gear by completing matches of the reckoning. I actually believe I had a piece drop for me. I don't wanna sound overly sure about that since I hadn't had so much experience with the game mode myself, but these are the most direct ways of acquiring gear. I'm gonna go over it again. One way is to get the bounties done, the other is wagering modes, and the third is random drops by completing reckoning matches. Yeah, I got a bond. So this is all the info I have for you guys at the moment. Sub, like and share if you found this useful. I will be covering everything I can get my hands on in Season of the Drifter. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers.